This episode is brought to you by Rouge Duty Free, your destination for luxury shopping. Hello and welcome to the first episode. I am thrilled to embark on this journey with you, starting with an extraordinary guest whose story is truly inspiring. Today, we're putting the spotlight on Francine Stewart, a trailblazer in the hospitality and tourism industry. With over 20 years of experience, Francine has built a remarkable career fueled by passion, innovation, and a deep commitment to mentorship. Her journey is one of perseverance and vision, starting from humble beginnings and driven by an unwavering work ethic. Let's dive in. Here's my conversation with Francine Stewart. I'm excited to have Francine here with me today.
How you doing? Thank you for having me, Lexa.
Good to see you. Welcome back home.
Thank you.
Just for a short bit. How's it been?
Where do I start? The last 18 months has been, I can't believe it's gone already. It's been up and down, as life is. And it has been thrilling, exciting, motivational. It has, I speak to the universe and God so often. What is this about? Yesterday I saw something saying, don't let the blessing be just about you. There's so much I try to accomplish every day, but there's a lot I was trying to accomplish here in Grenada, and moving was bittersweet. So the relocation was bittersweet. But when I got there, I realized what was happening, that here's an opportunity for me to continue trying with the mentorship, with the achieving the goals in my career. I can do it for myself and still be able to do it and help others, at home.
That's right.
Yes.
And this is part of why you're here as well, because your conversation today, based on your journey, I'm sure it's going to help. Even if it's one woman, I'm sure it's going to help someone.
Yes.
You have an incredible portfolio in terms of your work, your life, everything. I always like to start at the foundation. I know as a little girl, you moved here from Aruba. And a lot of folks who may not know or may know who your family is, working with your family's business at a very young age would have shaped your work ethic. Tell us about that journey. A little girl moving to Grenada and then getting involved in your family business. What has that done for you, for the foundation of Francine?
I was born in Aruba, and most people are really surprised when they hear that. And I just say yes, just like Maurice Bishop was born in Aruba, just to help the connection, between Aruba and Grenada. I moved there when I was 10, and the family business was Blue Danube Grocery and Bakery, ran by then my grandfather, and then my father came to take over, and the bakery was my uncle's. And yes, that question as to how that molded me, there's so many stories I can tell for myself and my cousins growing up in the supermarket. But I think one of the ones that stood out is my grandfather always said to us, hard work don't kill nobody. We never really got vacations. School ended Friday, Saturday morning we in the supermarket, doing different chores. I learned how to give change by working in a cash register. Those kind of things. But my grandfather used to compensate us. And I think that's one of the stories that I got is while hard work don't kill nobody, compensation is required. So we used to have ice machines at the bottom of the stairs, 3 flights of stairs. And for clients to buy bags of ice, that required the ice being bagged and brought up to the top.
3 flights of stairs.
Yes. So my grandfather used to pay us 25 cents a bag to go down to the ice machines, bag up, put them all in a basket and bring up. And then we would count and then we would collect. Right. Yes. And, it was his way of showing us that that's hard work. And it was his way of getting the job done. So I learned quickly how to get stuff done strategically at the lowest cost, because he was using his grandchildren, to teach us how to get stuff done. So it instilled a level of discipline and work ethic in me as to get what you need. You have to put in the work.
What would have sparked the passion for what is now your love, hospitality, tourism and hospitality? Can you remember that moment that sparked that interest?
There's a sense of satisfaction and gratitude that you get in service, in providing, whether it be hard goods or soft goods, but there's a sense of satisfaction that I got there in providing a service. So somebody walks in, they ask for something, whether we have it or we don't have it, you're providing a service. The manner in which you speak to them, the manner in which you provide the service, the manner in which you see a sense of satisfaction to providing that good or service, walking out, did something to me. I can't say exactly what, but it did something for me and to me. From then, for a long time, I always knew I wanted to do something in service. My mom worked in a hotel, so it's a combination of that. My mom was a waitress in a hotel in Aruba. And before my sister was born, I have these memories of her bringing me to the hotel. I'm assuming, I would have to ask my dad this now that she's gone. I'm assuming we didn't have somebody to look after me, but I have memories of going to the hotel and the hotel staff looking after me. And that meant in the cafeteria with them, that meant me getting pancakes, that meant me playing in the pool with the kids, the kids of the guests.
Right.
And there was this wow effect of being in the hotel. It was the Sheraton Hotel in Aruba. And I enjoyed being in the hotel. So when I graduated from convent, my dad said, is this something that you want to look at? And I said, okay. He said, okay. We went back to Aruba. And Aruba has a Aruba Hotel School of Hospitality Management.
Oh, wow.
And that's,
Well,
yeah.
I think you got bitten by the bug without even realizing it. Just being there in that space where your mom worked.
Right.
You
Yes.
never know.
Yes. You
You just
don't
never know.
No.
I mean, clearly you would have been a little taught, right?
Yes, it was. But I have, for some reason, the memories of sitting in the cafeteria and her colleagues, which were chefs and cooks, and what do you want to eat?
Oh.
You know, and they'll bring me pancakes. You know, after that, I got to go in the pool. To this day, Lexan, the smell of chlorine in a pool reminds me
Brings
of,
you right back.
yes.
Wow. Let's talk about a household name that is no more, but that a lot of us, grew up attending, maybe wedding receptions,
Oh.
even parties. The great Mount Helicon
Yes.
guest house. Now, I know you managed that business for some time and a very young age. What would you say was a significant, experience and even challenges because you were young,
Yes.
but I'm sure it would have laid even more foundation for you
It
to,
did.
to learn a lot. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the Mount Helicon guest house
Yes.
experience.
So my father, Ronald Stewart, always has a plan. And one of the things my grandfather always said to us as growing up is always have a plan for the next generation. So he had a plan from his children, whether it works or not, but you just have a plan. So of course, while I was studying hospitality, my dad came up with this plan to buy Mount Helicon guest house. And he said, you will come back and run that.
Wow.
Okay. I was 19 years old, Lexan.
Wow.
Yes, it was quite a challenge.
Wow.
And yes, you're coming back with some experience, some skill set you would have learned. Do something with this. So we started Mount Helicon Guest House with 7 rooms. And back then there was a need for event space. Persons to have their weddings or christening or, milestone birthday parties. And we extended it and we created a deck where persons can come and rent. And I ran Mount Helicon,
Wow.
19, 20, 21, 3 years. And what that did to me is showed me that that part of the hospitality industry that I thought I really loved.
You didn't like it so much.
Yes, yeah, it wasn't, my friends landing on a Sunday and I can't go. It's Christmas Day and we had to work. It's Christmas, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Francine was at work, everybody was down in Rex, for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
And what I used to do is then invite everybody up and say, come by us for breakfast.
Right.
So it showed me that is what we call in the hospitality industry operations. So that operations part of of hospitality, of hotels, of guest houses. So running the kitchen, running the restaurant, the rooms, front desk has to be 24 hours, That part I realized.
Wow.
I wasn't getting that kick that I thought I would get from it. And I started exploring what's next, because Aruba Hotel School only gave me an associate's degree. And I knew at some point I would love to get my bachelor's. So I'm happy we had that for me to realize, because maybe I would have just gone ahead and done hotel management, done my bachelor's, end up in some hotel, either here or there, unhappy, miserable. But it showed me, and it then allowed me to start looking at what the next steps. So in my mentorship, I always say to the persons, just make sure that this is what you want.
Yes.
Use your internship as a platform to really dig deep and see this is what you want. Don't just breeze through it.
Yeah.
So that was like a big internship for me. Mine, I was running it to my dad and the family. And at some point I said, let me see which part of the tourism world, because there's tourism and hospitality, that I can now tap into, because I do want to stay in this. And one day I got a call from the Grenada Board of Tourism to do some work with them, and I started looking there. I was aware of the Board of Tourism because I used to do work with Miss Mary Shaw. Remember Anne-Marie Mary Shaw?
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, what a lady.
I knew about the Board of Tourism, and I can't remember why they called. They wanted something for us to do with Mount Helicon. And I'm trying to remember who was the director back then. Anyway, I said, can I come down, and ask some questions? And I did that. And I realized that there's the Board of Tourism, which is now the arm of the tourism in Grenada that sort of helps market Grenada and promote Grenada. And I was like, well, maybe I should do tourism instead of hospitality. So much to my dad's sort of disliking, I said to him, I think I'm going to go on and do tourism, do my bachelor's in tourism, He accepted, and I went off to Florida International University to do tourism. So I got a bachelor's in hospitality, but it says travel and tourism track. So all my courses were solely based on tourism, and that is where I learned now. Tourism is like a wheel. Yeah, with spokes. And each spoke is a car rental, an airline, a hotel, different types of hotels, guest houses, cruise ships, trains, railways, So all my courses were focused on marketing of travel and tourism. And it opened up a whole new world for me at Florida International University. And on both ends, both from a professional standpoint and a personal standpoint, in terms of networking with friends. And I've created friendships that I still have. But that is what Mount Helicon did to me. It was that step, and I tell all my mentees, everything that you do, believe it or not, is a step to the other step.
Absolutely.
You may not see it fully right away, but patience is required. So while at school, I did this internship at Air Jamaica, which made me fall in love with the airline industry. Yeah, which is what I think if Air Jamaica still existed, and my Air Jamaica friends who are listening would know, we will all still be there. Yeah, it was an amazing company. It exposed me to the sandals and beaches world, but I ended up working for them for 8 years, 6 years in Miami, and 2 years here. So there's that bit of the journey.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yes, I left in 99.
Wow.
I had to do an internship for school. One of my St. Lucian friends on the dorm said, there's this gentleman at Air Jamaica named Alan Chastany. He was the VP of marketing then for Air Jamaica. Is looking for some interns. He's doing this executive internship. So I said, oh, well, I have to do an internship. I want to try out for it. So I interviewed for it and I got it. And that I ended up working for them. I did an internship that was supposed to be 3 months, ended up being an internship for a year. Because mind you, I'm in school. So, and when you're at school in the States, you are not allowed to work unless you're doing an internship.
Right.
So I was enjoying it so much, I was learning so much, and clearly they were enjoying having me doing the work. So they stretched out the internship from 3 months to almost 9 months.
Wow.
Yes, and so I did that, and I enjoyed working with them. When I graduated, they said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going back home. So that would have been now 2001. They said, "Do you want a job?" I said, "Yes, of course." And they said, "If you want a job, you can have a job with us." I said, "Doing what?" And they said, there were positions open.
Yeah.
And, we can talk about this for days, but long story short, I ended up starting as a product coordinator in Air Jamaica Vacations, which is now the tour operator arm of an airline. So that part of an airline is what takes the airline seats and the hotels and package it together and sell a vacation.
Wow.
So I did a lot of contracting with all the hotels and all over the Caribbean. So I was in a different island every other month, including Grenada.
Right.
So I did that there for 6 years.
Wow.
And so 2001 to about 2006. And in 2006, unfortunately, my mom passed.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided,
Yeah.
time to come home.
You're watching At Your Best Wellness and Wisdom. We'll be right back after this. Some of the world's finest luxuries have found a home in Grenada. Introducing the Luxury District by Rouge Duty Free, where style, class, and craftsmanship converge. Journey to Merveille Entertainment Hub at Port Louis Marina and step into 7 realms of refined luxury. Exclusive sunglasses, iconic fashions, premium liquors, world-renowned beauty brands, and more. Don't miss the ultimate shopping experience at Rouge Duty Free. We look forward to welcoming you.